Today I'm going to talk about the McNett Tenacious sealing and repair tape. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. This is a repair tape that you can buy in many shops. I bought this from Go Outdoors. It's about £7. You get a big reel. How much do you get? One roll, 50 centimetres by 7.5 centimetres. Okay. And it's a roll of clear tape that's designed to repair waterproof jackets, tents, sleeping bags, stuff that's designed to be waterproof or used in the water. It claims on here mosquito nets, backpacks, jackets, rain gear, gaiters, water sports gear. Yeah, so quite a few things. Not bad stuff. I have used it in anger. I'll get the right. It comes in this little waterproof sort of scroll top container, which I cannot open because I'm squeezing. It's the most easy thing to open. There we go. It's just I was squeezing it with one hand. Rolls up. Get quite a lot of it. It's got like a rough texture to it. They call it invisible. Clear finish, removable, leaves no residue. But I think on the internet, a few places they call it invisible tape. Well, no tape's going to be invisible. But yeah, it's got blue plastic backing like that. So I had a waterproof jacket, nice cheap regatta waterproof jacket that I use when I go scrambling and up in the hills. I've got some nice expensive jackets when I'm just hiking, but if I'm going to be on the rocks, I've got sort of old ones. And I had a nice regatta one, which didn't cost me much to buy. However, it's quite expensive to replace, so I didn't bother. But I tore it on the north face of Ben Nevis when trying to retreat one day, and was a bit gutted. I thought, well, I'll carry on using it. However, that was a mistake. I got soaking wet when I used it next time because water got in and then the inner lining got soaked, and it wasn't very pleasant anyway, so I had to carry out repair. But this is the jacket. Nothing special. Here is my repair patch. So you can see it's the texture on it reduces the shine, but obviously on camera you can pick up. It's my window over there, so it's shining right down on here. You can pick up some shine. There was 3 or 4 tears in the jacket around this area where I'd done a nasty retreat on there and had to come back, and I was a bit gutted, but I found this tape, thought I'd give it a go. Now on the instructions I think it tells you to leave 2.5 times the repair in size. Now because I got several repairs to do, I didn't want to do it too big. So I thought, well, how big's my patch going to be? You know, it's going to be massive, and I've got a zip here and a seam here, and I don't want it breaking. And then I'd read in the reviews on the Go Outdoors website that the corners were prone to peeling up, and people had issues with it not lasting long and peeling. So I thought, well, I'll cut it circular then. It's going to be the best way to do it. Then there's no real sort of corner or edge to peel up. I don't know how well it comes through on the video, but I cut it. I put it down on a hard surface and used a knife. I put a circular object about the right sort of size I wanted on top, cut round it. Yeah, it was a bit of a pain to cut. Cut round it, and in some places, even though it was a new knife blade, in some places it cut through it, and in some places it hadn't. So there's a slight jaggedness to my circle, but it works well. I've worn the jacket quite a few times in the rain since. It's not really peeling up yet. I mean, it's hard to see on camera, but it's dirty. Got dirt around the edge here, where I guess it must be curling ever so slightly for dirt to get on the adhesive, but it doesn't feel like it is, and it still feels attached. So I can recommend this tape. It seems to do the job. I'm sure in some applications it won't be. This is like a breast pocket, so it's in a position of the jacket that stays relatively straight most of the time. I do roll it out and throw it in my bag, and it still hasn't peeled off. But I guess if you put it on part of the sleeve or somewhere like the elbow, maybe it would start to. There's some more wear on the jacket here from the same trip, but it's not gone through. I guess if you put it on the elbow or on your arms or somewhere, you might find it peels up, wears off, but so far I'm quite impressed. It's not going to be long lasting, but I only used a short amount of tape, so you get plenty more tape to keep reapplying a repair, I guess. On that note, I don't know how much sticky residue it leaves underneath or anything yet. I don't want to find out till I have to. Pretty impressed, but at the same time I can see real limitations in it. I can imagine if you put it on your tent and you were constantly packing the tent away and getting it out, you'd have to keep reapplying the tape. Depending on how often you use your tent, every season, I don't know, twice a season. If you're only using small patch, then it won't matter, I guess. Also, if I was doing it on a tent, I may be inclined to use a bit of seam sealant around the holes themselves and then put the patch over it. We'll see. But yeah, fairly good stuff. Wasn't cheap for one repair on a jacket, but it saved me buying a 50-60 quid jacket again. Also, I've got plenty more of it for my tents, sleeping bags, yeah, anything else I want really. Jackets, other jackets, bivvy bags, good stuff. Yeah, recommend it, but take it sort of, yeah, that it won't necessarily be long lasting. It is quite visible, even if it is like a dull texture, and yeah, but you can only repair certain areas, I guess, with it without it coming off. I like it, and I couldn't really find many videos about it at the time, so I made this one.